Market Outlook Calendar Week 34. This review of Calendar Week 33 is not a schedule of events, but a condensed picture of the week. The focus is on data, headlines, and capital flows affecting yields, liquidity, and positioning in digital assets. US data presented a mixed picture. Consumer prices increased slightly in July and matched expectations. Producer prices were unchanged overall, while the core component was stronger. Retail sales declined more sharply than expected. The University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index fell to 51 points, while short-term inflation expectations increased. Initial jobless claims rose to 209,000, but showed no break in labor market conditions. The data therefore showed neither consistent growth acceleration nor a clear easing of price pressure. US yields and the dollar remained central market anchors. The 10-year real yield averaged 2.42%, and the dollar index closed slightly higher. The Federal Reserve balance sheet expanded marginally, leaving a limited liquidity impulse. Equities retained high valuation sensitivity in artificial intelligence and technology. Elevated expectations drove semiconductor losses despite solid guidance. Market breadth remained weak. The risk premium on US high-yield bonds rose only 1 basis point. Broad credit stress was not visible, while individual risks remained relevant. Digital assets lacked a stable demand impulse. US spot exchange-traded funds recorded weekly outflows from Bitcoin and almost balanced flows in Ether. Funding remained slightly positive, while open interest declined marginally. This showed paid long positioning without higher leverage. Liquidation risk remained asymmetric, but was not reinforced by rising open interest. Scheduled token unlocks increased local supply without creating a market-wide supply shock. 2 indicators define current market conditions. Bitcoin dominance stood at 56.90% and the Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 34 points. Bitcoin remained the market's primary structure. Altcoins traded selectively, market breadth stayed limited, and capital remained concentrated in liquid segments. Quantum data analytics did not develop or activate research signals. The regime remained event-driven, while filters were adjusted and models underwent further training. A stable structure was absent, and the risk of incorrect regime classification was elevated. Liquidity and follow-through flow provided insufficient confirmation. The signal layer remained inactive. Calendar Week 34 begins on Monday with Chinese industrial production, retail sales, and fixed asset investment, together with the Empire State Index. Tuesday brings ZW expectations and US data on building permits, housing starts, and industrial production. Wednesday focuses on British inflation and the Federal Reserve minutes. Thursday includes China's benchmark lending rates, the European Central Bank minutes, US jobless claims, and the Philadelphia Federal Reserve Index. On Friday, preliminary purchasing managers' indices from Germany, the Euro area, and the United States form the main activity window. Japan adds trade and inflation data. These releases affect yields, the dollar, and risk budgets. For crypto markets, exchange-traded fund flows, funding, and open interest remain the direct positioning data. Unlocks in Kronos, Layer 0, and Avalanche create local supply windows. In thinner order books, these releases increase slippage and short-term price movements. Token-specific supply pressure must be separated from market-wide capital flows. Geopolitics remains a source of disruption. The Iran conflict and restricted passage through the Strait of Hormuz affect energy prices, transport costs, and risk premiums. Headlines on attacks, blockades, or negotiations alter liquidity. The Bitcoin macro chart provides context. Higher real yields and a firmer dollar tighten financing. The Federal Reserve balance sheet and global money supply capture system liquidity. Fund flows show direct demand, and credit spreads reflect financing conditions. Operational volatility windows fall on Monday around China data, Wednesday around British inflation and Federal Reserve minutes, Thursday around Chinese rates and European Central Bank communication, and Friday around the purchasing managers' indices. US data, the US market open and fund settlement meet changing order book depth. Token unlocks, positive funding and thin altcoin books increase slippage. Research signals remain conditional on confirmed liquidity, stable market breadth and follow-through flow. This is not investment advice or a recommendation to buy or sell. It is provided solely for information and research purposes. Quantum data analytics. Analytical, strategic, innovative.